Hi everyone, Matt Barrie, SportsCenter anchor, college football host, college football play-by-play here. This is my favorite time of year. It's not even close, but it's also my busiest time of year. So what we've decided to do, starting today with SportsCenter at 2 p.m. Eastern, we're gonna take you from Monday to Sunday, a week in the life of me during college football season.
Listen, he expects to get fined.
But I need you to understand.
He was fined for doing this.
What I need you to understand here is
You should be fined for doing that.
The rest of the show.
Somebody take that away from Matt. Is that a TV antenna? The watch. Did you notice that? Like
he had the watch. He had the pants pulled up. I saw some leg hair right now.
That doesn't look quite the same.
And he didn't waddle.
Maybe you should pull those back down.
Okay, workout done. A lot of game prep done on a Tuesday. You got to get up and start working on that because you travel on Wednesday morning. So now that all that's done, I'm going to sit down and get ready to hop on our SportsCenter pre-show Zoom, where you kind of go over some of the storylines and things that we'll be talking about at the 6 p.m. SportsCenter today, pre-college football playoff rankings, the first edition.
What do you got there, Matt?
Yeah, for the college football rankings, maybe a setup I think is interesting, just because everybody falls victim to the AP and coaches poll going into this and sometimes think that it's relevant. Strength of record is a pretty good metric to use, maybe as a jumping off point, maybe as a touch screen, a DU, a vert. Just because strength of record's a pretty decent idea. I think right now, just off memory, I think Ohio State's is number one in that ranking. Florida State's number two or somewhere. Anyway, it's completely different than what the AP or college poll is, and could give people a little bit of a window into what might take place tonight if we used that. All right, so I've done a lot of game prep, and then every Tuesday I come here to the FedEx office to pick up my game charts to continue, because I travel on Wednesday morning, so I'm here at FedEx getting my game charts ready to go. Okay, made it to work. Now I'll go to the SportsCenter pod and start writing SportsCenter, the 6 p.m. edition, in addition to some game prep. Again, game prep's kind of a constant throughout the week, because it's always a short work week. And by the way, what a beautiful day on campus. Okay, so show prep done, game prep done. Gotta hop in here for a couple of tapings. SportsCenter, 6 p.m. Eastern. On to the next thing.
This is SportsCenter.
We can all agree on one thing. College football fans will be screaming at the committee, screaming at each other, which means we can finally begin. And with that, welcome to SportsCenter. I'm Matt Barrie here in Bristol. L. Duncan is in my old Southern stomping grounds. And then obviously the matchups with their pass game. Either a decoy or a weapon. That's what makes him so dangerous. What makes you dangerous is we are sending you as an American ambassador over the journey.
I'm fired up for it, man. I'm a little nervous with the food, not gonna lie.
I'm gonna give you $100 to put sauerkraut on something.
Keep your 100, bud. I'll pay you 100 not to have it.
All right, so we just got done with SportsCenter, and now unplugged the mic, everything good, and now I'm actually about ready to hop on a Zoom with Paul Feinbaum for a college football playoff rankings release reaction for ESPN's college football YouTube channel. It doesn't stop. This is a special college football playoff rankings release edition of the Matt Barrie Show here on the ESPN College Football YouTube channel. Paul Feinbaum here with me now. And Paul, when you look at these rankings, and I want to go down them here, just the top 6 overall to make sure that we get it. Ohio State 1, Georgia 2, Michigan 3, Florida State 4. Those are your 4.
I'm not going to do that. I think it's pretty accurate. I think Michigan, many believe it should be higher, but I can't go that way because of what we've seen so far schedule-wise. So I hate to agree with these people because it's cliche, but I think for the first outing, I'm okay.
Okay, that's a wrap on Tuesday. Up next for me, first flight out to Wednesday morning. We are headed to Duke, headed to Raleigh-Durham for Duke Louisville. Check that, Duke Wake Forest. That's $1. See what happens. Duke Wake Forest, Thursday night. So Wednesday morning, first flight out. See you then.
It's early. First flight out just after about 5 a.m. Headed to Raleigh-Durham. I know the lighting's bad, but what do you want me to do? It's dark, and I'm trying to be quiet.
So I got the boys with me, Coach Mullen, Harry Lyles, Thursday night crew. We all flew in today, early this morning. We're now at Duke, getting ready for the Duke coaches meetings right outside Wallace Wade Stadium. So operation number 1, coaches meeting. So we've gone from our coaches meetings with the Duke football coaching staff. Like when you're at Duke, you have to go to Cameron Indoor. And this is both of our first times ever coming in here.
Yeah, we get to be fans. Like if you've watched us through the weeks, we end up being fans doing this. We love the game, love sports. And this is one of the most iconic places in college sports to be in here. This is amazing.
I mean, I can't stop smiling. That's one of the best parts of the job. You go to some of these places you've never been, and it's work, but now we're getting to see some history. It's great. Another week, another toy for Mullen. Loves toys. So the Wednesday continues. Travel, Duke coaches meetings, Duke campus tour, now out here for another shooting of the Maddie and Mullen Cup. Gorgeous course. We'll go from Maddie and Mullen to the Wake Forest meetings. Routine Wednesday, right?
Just a regular day, regular work day.
Work. All right, so a day's full of work. My guy Harry Lyle's getting it.
Look at that.
So after all the work,
Winner, baby.
all the coaches' meetings, we're finally gonna allow ourselves to have a nice little dinner before game time tomorrow. Shrimp and grits. Go get them. Good morning. How are you? All right, so after some much-needed rest, we're gonna hop on our production Zoom pregame. By the way, local coffee shop by tradition, cortado, biscuit. We're gonna hop on our 10 a.m. production call where the producer's gonna go over some storylines. I'll have my game boards with me and we'll kind of just go over some of the discussion of what we'll talk about and prepare for in the game. That hotel is only for Billis, Vitale, Reese Davis, the big timers.
What do you got, Matt?
Yeah, so, I mean, I know the quarterbacks are the big picture thing, but, I mean, they're not, I don't think they're the story. They're ancillary to the story that these are two of the ACC's darling teams over the last 3 years. 2021, Wake played for the ACC championship game against Pitt. It was 2021. 2023, they're 4-4, fighting. So part of the game day routine after we do our production meeting in the morning, I always try to find time to get in about a half hour, 45-minute workout. We have roughly 7.5 hours to kill before kick. Get in here, get a workout, and keep preparing for the game. Okay, the all-day wait for kickoff is nearing an end. Just gonna make sure the tie is straight. Sweater weather for the first time this year, by the way. Layers too, long sleeve, dress shirt, tie, sweater. Finishing touches. Here we go. We can go to the game now. We've waited the day out. We're headed up to the booth now.
We worked hard today, not waited it out. You got to do some research, some look. We had production meeting. We did, review the notes, game prep.
But alas, we're at the stadium and we're going to finally call the game. Here at Duke, we've got cameras over here, and this is where we'll call the game. We'll walk through here. Don't trip on the cables, by the way. Coach Mullen getting ready for the game. We're about an hour and a half from kickoff, but we've got the studio lights. We'll call the game from right in this area. You see we both got our boards out. It's just hurry up and wait at this point. But this is our setup that looks right out on the field. It's going to be a good night here in Durham.
All season long, student sections across the country are competing to be the Taco Bell Live Moss Student Section of the Year. Download the Taco Bell app to learn more.
Grayson Loftus, true freshman. Sticking with the running game again and again. It's Moore. This time Moore scores. You had been saying, get the running game going, 2 consecutive plays, 25 yards and 37 yards.
And they're just running the one-back power right here, and you just see the fit and the safety and the linebacker both fit in the outside and the B gap right there off the insert. They don't work together, and that's where the explosive play comes. Look, there's kick out. You see 9 right there. 9's got to come fit inside. The linebacker turned it back into him. He's got to be on the inside. And I will say, when you watch Jacquez Moore on film,
this is a coach's dream. 13 plays 71, 7:08 off the clock here in the second. But they're going to hand it right up, and there's your touchdown, Duke, Jordan Waters. We've seen both of them, 2 J's, Jordan Waters, Jacquez Moore, lead the way for Duke.
They just get into 12 personnel, an unbalanced 12 personnel to offset the defense. You see the tight ends coming back across the 81 right there.
Picks, rubs, hang, bang. Griffiths, time, has room to run. Griffiths, touchdown. Their game a week ago, but so far pretty clean here tonight. Loftus lofts it, touchdown! Jordan Moore. 11:40 left in the fourth quarter. We are tied at 20.
Yeah, watch Moore does great job on the post, sets him up to the outside, locks his hips.
Snap, clean, kick, up. Duke wins.
Well, that was exciting. That wraps up a long Thursday. Duke game-winning field goal. Hope you enjoyed the access of a game day. Next up, first flight out Friday morning to get back to studio Friday night.
Morning. This is probably the toughest day of the week in terms of the schedule. Got back late last night from the game. Still dark, nice and cold. And a first flight out this morning from Raleigh back to Connecticut. Travel grind. I can't escape.
So after a brief nap, after traveling back this morning, we're back. Worldwide leader for some Friday television. Double header tonight for me, my Friday schedule. It's a little hectic. Hair's still not ready yet, but we have a couple shows tonight. I'll explain in a minute. So I mentioned doubleheader show on a Friday. One of them is with...
How you doing? I am just here to play support for Barrie, dude. This guy, a pillar in the college football community.
Yeah, a pillar that's exhausted. We're about to do this thing. We'll explain more. Body at work,
Okay,
body at work.
Let's do this. Go ahead, finish up.
You can't say body of work, strength of schedules, and then put 2 teams that are in the hundreds.
What would you have liked it to look like, Matt Barrie? Like, what?
I would have done Ohio State 1.
All right.
I would have done Florida State 2.
Okay.
I would have put in Washington at 3 or 4.
Okay.
And then I would have thrown in Georgia at 3 or 4.
Why? There's no resume. Still, what about Texas? What about Alabama? They have better resumes.
At that point, you're going, well, Texas does have a better win than them.
Right.
All right, here's the boys.
Squad. Just held it down, you know.
Just got done with some digital stuff.
Pillars in the college football.
Thank you for everything you do for the sport.
That's the fun.
Why you got the hand? You got like a politician, you got the handshake on the camera.
So, Otts, what are we doing now?
Man, we got wraps, man. We got a pregame show for college football, halftime.
Hello.
That's a couple halftime.
So we go from digital to television.
Yep. All right, boys.
Finally, we are mulling it over. Give me the sleeper in the Big 12, because we're always talking about Oklahoma and Texas.
Right, this time of year, you get out there in Big 12 country, what happens? The weather gets bad, it gets a little bit nasty, and the standings are actually really tight. I'm going right there with Kansas State. Run the ball, check. Play defense, check. Weather gets bad, you need to do those 2 things. And they have a quarterback, you have a veteran quarterback for those key moments when the game's on the line to not just make great decisions, but lead your team. So you run the ball, you play defense, you have a leader at quarterback. As the weather gets bad and nasty, they know how to win.
They do.
We know that. They're going to be a tough team down the stretch.
So you're calling for the upset against Texas?
I don't know if I'm going to that point yet.
My Friday started at Duke this morning, bright and early when it was dark. My Friday ends a little after 10:15, 10:30, dark in Bristol. That's a wrap on Friday. Next up, Saturday all day, 11:30 a.m. to 2:30 a.m. I'll show you what it's all about. Good morning. Happy Saturday. This is the day. Like, we do all this. We do SportsCenter on Monday and Tuesday. We travel on Wednesday. We do our games Thursday. Studio on Friday. This is the day, Saturday. So typical routine, wake up, try to get some sleep Friday night after the long travel day and the work day. Get dressed and head into the studio. But Saturday's the day. So it's a 16-hour beautiful day of college football. That's why we do it. All right, this, my friends, is called a 16-hour college football survival kit. Right, Jim?
Yes, sir.
Jim's got it, yeah. Yep. 16 hours of survival of food, nourishment, flick chips, all this stuff as we bring you inside our setup. We will put Fatty Matty down, and we will show you the setup. So here's what we have for 16 hours today. TVs everywhere, football everywhere. This will be our game. This will be the best game of the day, every television window, and this will be Dan Mullen for the entire day. Let's go. First halftime of the day. How many are we doing today? We got four? Four. So this is the noon halftime. So we'll go noon, 3:30, 7, 10. Pac-12 after dark. Joey, give him something good other than your microphone.
Oh my God, I'm trying to fix my microphone. Trying to mute me out here.
It's not all smooth.
It's not. We look great on TV, but to get there, it takes a lot. Most important part of the day, college football final. We've done all of our halftimes. We've done all the prep. Coaches getting ready up here. Joey's meditating. We worked the whole day for this moment. We're going live in 5 minutes to wrap up the entire day of college football. The college football final helmet sticker. I will begin right where you just saw Ole Miss. I'm giving my first sticker to Trey Harris. 11 catches, 213 yards, and a touchdown. Became the first Ole Miss player with 10 receptions and 200-plus yards in the game since Elijah Moore. You earned it. Sticker. Here we go, leaving the studio. That's it. College football final in the books. Gentlemen, what did we learn today? What did we learn today?
Clock is turned back.
The clock's getting turned back, and we got out on time.
And by the way,
tonight.
how many times did Mullen get on his phone for the Taylor Swift movie?
At least 10.
What? Yeah. I mean, there was a big birthday party with my daughter, and they wanted to see what it looked like. I got to get to the show.
Either way.
I can't wait to get to the Eras Tour show. I'm going to hit one this spring, somewhere in the world.
That was Saturday. Hope you enjoyed it.
Good morning. What a day in college football. Typically, Sunday mornings, I'm groggy. I'm trying to figure out where I am.
Then I always add a little bit of olive juice or something to give it a little bit of extra kick. So these are jalapeno stuffed olives. So just a little bit of bang. Then comes the Bloody Mary mix. Doesn't sound or look that appetizing, but trust me, it's really damn good. Boom.
Sunday, Bloody Sunday here on the ESPN College Football YouTube channel.
You're muted, Matt.
Yeah, I'm not hearing Matt.
We're a well-oiled machine. Build it, as the network, Paul, as a statement Saturday. It certainly was that. I want to start with Alabama LSU because it is now my contention. You ready? You ready for me to just spit this at you, Paul? It is my contention that not only is Alabama, in my mind, the favorite to win the SEC, I think Alabama is now the favorite to win the national championship because this is the exact kind of team that Nick Saban wins with. All right, so contrary to the schedule's popular belief, I do get a little Matt time. And so Sunday, Matt time with the wife, Ashley. Go to a brunch, enjoy a nice day. Look, you gotta. I get 9 hours to myself a week, so we're gonna take advantage of it. A little more Matt time on a Sunday. Really hope you enjoyed a week in the life during football season. It's a nonstop grind. Wouldn't change it for anything. And then on Sunday with a little of Matt time, wife, golf course, sleep.
Give me some Light a cigarette.